A downside, though. Our next guest is an author and career coach who helps women navigate job changes. You might be surprised by what she has to say today. Let's welcome Elizabeth Pearson. Elizabeth, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me back, Tracy.
So tell us, okay, what is Bare Minimum Monday? I have to admit, this was the first time I had heard about it. So just tell me and tell our viewers out there, what is it?
It can be very tempting. It's really to kind of like do the bare minimum to get by, check the major priority boxes, but it's really in this effort to preserve your mindset and really make sure that you're in a healthy headspace for the rest of the week. But there are some pitfalls, so I'm excited to talk through them.
Okay, yeah, I would assume Bare Minimum Mondays maybe came out of Sunday Scaries, which we've heard of before, but could this do more harm to our careers than we might think it could?
Yeah, I think so. I work with a lot of people who are in the C-suite, so a lot of times they're managing the people who might be taking Bare Minimum Mondays, and there are a few downfalls. One thing is that I think that if you're kind of like coasting or cruising on Monday and doing the bare minimum, it's going to be even harder to ramp up and get motivation for the rest of the week. Monday is really the day where we should feel the most rested. And yes, you might have Sunday scaries, but usually if you wake up and you do a really healthy morning routine, you should have your peak energy on Monday. So I think it's the time when you can be actually the most productive.
I would agree. I mean, you want to go into Monday kind of with a bang. You want to get a lot of things done, feel accomplished, so you don't kind of leave it for the end of the week or you feel like you're behind right off the bat. And what can we do to create a more positive outlook maybe on the work week starting with that Monday?
Yeah, I think that it's really good to check in with your boss. I always advocate for people having weekly one-on-ones with their boss to just check in and see like, what are the priorities? Let's make sure we're in alignment so that there aren't any, shifting, competing focuses throughout the week. Those can really be a drain. And the thing is too, if you're just kind of coasting on Monday, you could miss some opportunities. Maybe there is a company-wide call on Monday. Those are very traditional, or a call with your boss and your teammates. And there could be this wonderful project coming up that you want to be a part of. And if you're kind of like zoned out on Zoom calls, you could miss opportunities that could definitely help your career trajectory long term.
I love that. And I love what you said about having one-on-ones with your boss. I think that's so important for whatever field you're in. That is so important to have that face time and understand what goals they have for you, what goals you have for them, that sort of thing. Overall, Elizabeth, how do we balance, kind of the self-care that we need for ourselves with our work obligations? How do we kind of balance that?
I think healthy boundaries, Tracy. I think it's always okay to go back and renegotiate your boundaries with your boss and your colleagues. So if there's somebody on your team who's slacking you or teamsing you or texting you really late on, work nights, I think it's okay to say, in the past I made the mistake of accepting these, but right now, this is not something that I'm willing to do anymore. So I can give you my full attention on Mondays and every other day of the week. And I'm really going to focus and prioritize my time to be able to execute these projects, but I'm not going to be available on the weekends and at night. And I think once you start having really healthy but firm boundaries, people will start respecting them. And that can actually help you in your career because it doesn't make it seem like you're just running and answering any little whim that somebody has. It really can make you come from a place of strength. So I always say prioritizing your self-care starts with boundaries.
Oh, I like all of that. That you are speaking to me with all of that. And any other tips for just kind of, not doing the bare minimum maybe on Monday, but kind of easing into that Monday so you're not so frightened of it Sunday night. You don't get the Sunday scaries. What can we do to make Monday more of a, yay, it's Monday?
Well, I always treat myself. I mean, I don't know about everybody else, but I'm getting the $6 coffee that I want. I'm treating myself with a workout or a meditation in the morning. And I know a lot of people can say, I don't have time for that stuff, but I really think that is something that will fill the cup, right? This is something that's going to generate energy and motivation for you. So if you really can say, okay, Monday is the day that, yes, I'm going to have to dive back in, and maybe there's a little bit of backlog of stuff I didn't get done last week, but I will make sure that maybe that's the day that you go get yourself a healthy salad for lunch, or you take a walk in the middle of the day, or you walk your pet or something like that if you're working from home. Or maybe that's the day you get 2 coffees. Like, I do think the reward system works, Tracy. So if you can put a carrot on Monday to kind of like get your energy up, I think it will be something that will carry you throughout the week. And not only that, it helps with your reputation. If other people are calling it in on Monday and kind of still snoozing, and you're the person like raring to go with energy, this is stuff that your boss notices. This is stuff that your clients notices. This is stuff that your colleagues notice. And overall, I think that if you're doing more when other people are dialing it back, it's a recipe for career success.
I love all of that. And you just made my Monday that much better, Elizabeth. Thank you so much. You can find out more by going to elizabethpearson.com.